Olson.
I thank the chair and welcome to our four witnesses with a special Texas welcome to Secretary Harbert. Ma'am, you and I share a common bond. We are both Rice Owls, Jones 85. Welcome. There we go. Well, Jones beats Hans in all the sports that matter, so again, welcome. Also welcome to Mr. Burchett. As you know, sir, ABB has a presence there in Sugar Land, Texas, as you mentioned. Please come down and visit. You'll love to see the facility. It's amazing. Also, right around the corner is a restaurant called the Live Oak, the best burgers in Fort Bend County, right there at Live Oak, right by ABB in Sugar Land, Texas. And this is no news, but North American energy trade is vital to the world's economy. Heavier crude from Canada is a critical part of the American refining space. We all know that the Eagle Ford Shale does not stop at the Rio Grande waiting for a visa to cross. And we know that as Mexico improves its energy sector, our ties with our neighbor will only grow stronger. And make no mistake, we're on the verge of replacing OPEC with a de facto NAPEC, North American Petroleum Exporting Countries. And of course, my home state of Texas ties to Mexico are also important for electricity. They have been invaluable to ERCOT in our electricity market. For example, in August of 2011, my state was hit with a statewide heat wave, over 100 degrees on every square inch of our state for the entire month of August. That put us in a situation of some rolling blackouts. Mexico sent power across the river to help us out. Over 200,000 homes were powered by electricity from Mexico. It's an important relationship for Texas and America to have. My first question is for you, Mr. Burchett. In your written testimony, you talked about how one electric transformer comes together from sites all across North America. And that's a great example of how trade works in energy. Can you discuss how trade deals like NAFTA make that possible, and what would happen if the global supply chain, if it spikes with tariffs?
Thank you, Congressman Olson. And by the way, my office is in Houston, Texas, so I do get to Sugar Land quite often. So,
remember the Live Oak. Live Oak.
Got it. So ABB is we're a multinational, multi-billion dollar company, and we make investments all the time. What drives those investments is consistency, stability, low trade barriers, and so when we think of NAFTA, that helps drive those types of investment because we have the consistency and the stability that's provided there.
Okay, Ms. Harbert, question for you in the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. You were pretty clear in your testimony that our chamber never, ever wants to see America walk away from NAFTA. And our local five-star Chamber of Commerce in Sugar Land, the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce, led by Carrie Schmidt, repeats that message to me every single time we meet at home. With that said, are there items that could be included in negotiations which would hamstring the agreement, even if we stayed part of it? To put it here in D.C. terms, is there a poison pill that's possible that looks benign that can bring the whole structure down?
Well, and thank you for your kind comments, and I'll try and get the Hanson Athletics to step it up a little bit.
No beer bite.
I'm glad to see that the echo chamber is working because the business community is united in its support of NAFTA, modernization, not withdrawal, and protection of those parts of NAFTA that are very important to the business community, specifically the investor protections that are in there. If those were taken out, I think American industry would have a very, very large problem in agreeing with the future terms of NAFTA. There are lots of things that could be done to improve it, but that would be one that would be very difficult. And if we were to then see that go away and then we would have steep tariffs, you can know what would happen to the American consumer here. So we have our eyes laser-like focused on the investor protections to make sure they are included.
Well, thanks. That's about our time. And Mr. Chairman, again, welcome the witnesses. Merry Christmas. I yield back the balance of my time.
Mr. Peters.